Morning, everyone. My name is Harriet Coutinho. I'm the regional representative for University of Kentucky. I mainly look after, admissions requirement, talking about the programs, giving you a lot of information to students in India, subcontinent, and the Middle East. So right now I'm in India, and I'm sure like every one of you are logging in from different parts of the world, mainly the US. So today's live Facebook live session is mostly towards the topic of College of Agriculture, Food and Environment. And I want to not only talk about the programs that we offer, but also about the career outcomes that you're looking at. So if you have any questions, please feel free to put that in the chat box, and I will address them at the end of the session. So here I'm just going to go ahead and share my screen. Just give me a second. Okay. Okay. So just Okay, so I hope everyone can see the screen and talking about College of Agriculture, Food and Environment, it's a very exciting college. And not to say that, but I am really pro of agriculture, food and environment in general because it's more about, going back to our roots, our nature, learning about sustainability, which I will be, focusing on talking on each and every part of it. So moving on. Okay, so all programs in the College of Agriculture and Food and Environment are all Bachelor of Science programs. So yes, you will be studying more on a technical line rather than just studying it with multiple minors along with it. So talking about agriculture and medical biotechnology, um, you know, just give me a second. Okay. Yeah. So, agriculture and medical biotechnology. So, the program is based on life sciences degree. And if you want to pursue opportunities in biotechnology, human health, agriculture productivity, environment, and sustainability, you will also learn a lot about, chemistry, biology, genetics, all of this while being mentored by scientists and gain hands-on experience in the cutting edge research area on our campus. Also, to develop your skills as a scientist, you will complete your own research project under the guidance of research mentors of your choosing. So when you come on campus, you will have to have a small interview, talk to who you want to be a part of with the research, of your liking. You're also looking at careers in agriculture, food, and biomedical sciences. You can also advance to graduate studies or to training in human medicine or other medical fields, such as physical therapy, genetic counseling, pharmacy, dentistry, and so on. Let's see, animal sciences. So I'm going to talk about animal sciences and food sciences together. I'm just going to club, certain programs together and talk about it. So yes, animal sciences and food sciences, go hand in hand. When we talk about animal sciences, we are talking about industry related to, beef, dairy, equine sciences, meat, poultry, sheep, and so on. The study is mainly into provision of food and fiber, drug power, recreational athletic activities, Also, animal sciences involves studying and applying the basic principles of nutrition, reproduction, and genetics to the production and management of domesticated animals. So, along with all of this, you'll be studying about various diseases that are spread through, animal and how to control and contain them. With food sciences, it's more about understanding, of course, nutrition. I would like to give you an example. When we go to a store and we buy a product, and if you turn that product, just and you see the content table, it will have, certain fats, certain carbohydrates. The percentages are listed down. So how does that work? How does the science of knowing how much of a saturated fat of 0.3% is there in any product? So that is food sciences. So when you are studying either animal sciences or food sciences, you are focusing mostly on, the science part of it. So it's nutrition, it's dietitians, it's about the health. So you're looking at all of these certain aspects. Moving on to equine science and management. I'm not really sure how many of you understand what equine sciences are, but equine sciences have everything to do with the horse industry. So wherein you're learning about horses, okay, right from thoroughbred, right from training them, their, fodder industry, what kind of, fodder do they need for their health? Even, students working in, after graduation, getting into, say, race course or racetrack management. So horses that are going to be in the race course track versus horses that are going to be used in the farmland, their activities are so different, so both of their needs are so different again. So these are some of the things you'll be studying in equine sciences. Along with that, yes, it's a large industry. It does not mean that you have only certain career outcomes. There are multiple. When you look at horse industry, if you like horses but you don't want to do anything with horses around, then you can look or focus more on the business side of it. So for example, fodder industry. So horse fodder industry is really large. So when we talk about farmland horses and when we talk about horses that are used for athletic purposes, as I've already mentioned, the nutrition or their health, what we are looking at is completely different. So yes, you're focusing more on those lines. Coming to horticulture and sustainable agriculture, community food systems. Horticulture is, the needs of plants, flowers, fruit, vegetables. Landscapes are different, right? So you learn a lot about environment, its substance, and how to have a sustainable farm from the growing population and within the stipulated space. So let me so right now in today's world, we have millions and millions of people, but we do not have that many millions of land for agriculture, but yet we have to provide for millions of people food. So how do you do that? So going forward, people have started doing vertical gardening. They are using a lot of system within the same area of space, but you are growing x number of agriculture, x number of crops for that same growing population. So yes, again, you're going to learn about business, you're going to learn about science, a lot about business networking when you're learning about these things as well. Sustainable agriculture and community food systems. Students with varied interests, and if you are choosing to go in the science pathway, you would want to use science to improve lives around the world, right? So we emphasize on learning in genetics, molecular biology, genetic engineering. Whether you are developing treatments for a genetic disease or genetically engineering drought-resistant crops, you will learn to combine scientific concepts with problem solving and critical thinking skills to solve medical and agriculture problems. So yes, so everything that you study around agriculture is, of course, nature, science, and business aspect of it with technology. So moving on to the next slide, agriculture economics, which I've already explained, so I wouldn't talk more on that. Coming to consumer economics and family and financial counseling. So this is a very interesting concept. It's a very interesting degree at the end because, as consumers, we come from different classes, right? For somebody, it would be more about consuming a certain crop versus So let's put it this way. In India, if we eat a lot of rice, and in the US, we consume a lot of meat, and in some other part of the world, somebody consumes a lot of tomato, right? So how does the consumer economics work, right? Also with family financial counseling, it comes to, so you'll have a joint family, you'll have neutral families. So how does the finances work? The business, like in India, we have something called as the Hindu undivided families, businesses, right? So you have large families, and then as siblings grow out, families start becoming neutral, but the business is one. So how does the family financial counseling work? So that is something you will be focusing more on, when you study this particular program. Family science, again, family dynamics are changing, right from joint family to neutral family to raising children in today's time, married life, people going through divorce, people having a lot of differences in the family as well. So how does the whole family science work, coming together, living under one roof, doing businesses together, or maybe in different ways, you know working on your financial needs and your financial savings. So that takes a lot of, sometimes there are a lot of family conflicts. So how do you resolve this? So that is what family science is all about. Moving on to hospitality management and tourism. First of all, hospitality management is a very, very vast program. When we talk about hospitality, people automatically start thinking about hotel and resorts, and maybe kitchen, which is, a hotel kitchen. But hospitality management tourism is much bigger than that. Yes, we do have hotels and resorts, and we do have kitchens, but we have something more than that, which is like, you know, um, something as luxury brand management is a part of the hospitality management studies. So you have brands like Louis Vuitton, Rolex, Prada. These all brands have large stores, and for those, because these are very niche, stores, and there are niche people coming in to buy certain products. So who are the ones who are going to actually interact with them? A hospitality grad is cut off for this kind of, luxury brand management, work culture. You may also have something as spa management, golf sports management. So all of these things, which are very niche, also come under hospitality management and tourism. Right now, yes, due to COVID, hospitality has taken a setback, but hospitality will never end, because when we talk about hotels, when we talk about airlines, these all are part of hospitality. We really require it every single day for our, let it be a vacation, let it be a business. There's something called a staycation. Airbnb has come into place. So there are so many things working around hospitality industry today. Merchandising, apparel, and textiles. Yes, again, from Paris Fashion Week to small town store fronts, Google internships to fashion show fundraisers. Our students have all of these experiences via their internships. Our graduates have careers, in digital merchandising, retail management, marketing and public relations, quality assurance management, and supply chain management as well. So yes, you are looking at a bigger picture when you are selecting to study these certain programs. Moving to Bachelor of Sciences program into Environmental Sciences. So we all know that we require our ecosystem, because literally humans, animals, plant system, we are all interlinked, right? We are all in a chain basis. So yes, our ecosystem works with all of the creatures on this planet. So agriculture, ecosystem sciences focuses more on that. Here you study about the application of advanced methodologies to increase yields, from and the multi-functionality of current agricultural lands, providing solutions that optimize local, regional, and global benefits people gain from agricultural ecosystems. Forestry is another, it's a science, it's practice. It practices more on sustainable managing forested resources for the benefits of human. Also, most wildlife, are benefited or beneficial natural resources. Yet, overabundance of any native species, can, also with introduction, to native invasive species may result into damage of crops, livestock, property and natural resources. So you will also learn about eco-forest systems, We all know that the Australian bushfire, right? Do you know what they are doing right now to get that ecosystem back? So this is where your application of forestry is needed and required. Health and food. That, so I've already covered a little bit about dietetics, human nutrition, food science. All of these are very important. So when you're studying about these things, especially with dietetics and human nutrition, I know of a student who had studied this program, and today he's just working, preparing 3 meals a day, which is breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And he only supplies it to you know, to elite members of a certain gym. So who are into bodybuilding and require that kind of, protein, that kind of fat, that kind of, nutrition overall. He just supplies, those meal packages to certain clients. So yes, when he's preparing these meals, there are a lot of things that they are, working on. It's not just putting 4 ingredients together and making a meal. It's also about the science behind it. What my requirement of protein versus your requirement of protein would be very different. So they look at all of these things. They do a lot of testing. They do a lot of research before preparing such meals. So yes, that is one example I'm giving you of, human nutrition. So also there are, I'm not really sure if you've ever heard about flavor tasting. So there are people who just have, they just taste flavors, just creating new flavors. How can how can you transfer a strawberry flavor into an actual essence and use it and still have that strawberry flavor later on? So all of these are sciences, right? So when we talk about food coloring, it also comes into food sciences. So these are few of the few of the examples that I'm just giving you based on these three food science and nutrition and dietetics. Let's see, what else do we have? Agriculture and medical biotechnology. Yes, it goes hand in hand. All of these programs, the advising support, you can actually get into, your medicine, pharmacy, dentistry based on these programs, because these have science, these are all Bachelor of Science. So yes, you can move forward into either of these streams by doing all of these programs. Yes, followed by Masters and PhD programs. I'm not going to get too much into Masters and PhD, but these are some of the Masters and PhD programs that we have on our campuses. If you are planning to, pursue further studies, based on these. College or research operations. Very quickly, I'm just going to be, talking about our research operations. We have external grants and contracts, and we have over $58 million a year, addressing problems of agriculture, agribusinesses, consumers, international trade, nutrition, soil and water resources, and many more, and with over 300 externally funded projects. So when we talk about, we are big on research, we are not just talking about research in a classroom, but you're going to do a lot of these things even on the field. So yes, we have a lot of grants, and this allows you to do your research full-fledged hands-on experience. Also, our diagnostic lab, our labs, especially with Gluck Equine Research Center. I'm just going to use that one as an example. We focus more on, genetics and infectious diseases, and on reproductive systems of animals, and so on. So you're going to study. So there are many areas of research that you can tap into. So when you go on our website and you are going through all of those things, see and try to understand where does your interest lie in, right? What do you really want to study? So according to that, you will connect with your professors. According to that, you will get into a research, research-driven project. And yes, the professors are, always trying to help you to, understand what do you want to do with this kind of research, and how will it actually help you with your next 4 years, or while doing your master's 2 years of studies. Okay, so coming to our college, special about this college is, yes, we have a lot of scholarship programs, but before I get into the whole scholarship program, I just want to give you a little brief through about our academic requirements. If you are especially looking at College of Agriculture, Food and Environment, you need to have an academic GPA of 2.5 and above minimum. If you have a GPA of 3 and above, that's like really great, but 2.5 is the least GPA that we are looking at. And if SAT or ACT is not compulsory, however, I do encourage you to apply for either or. If you have an SAT, you need to have a SAT score of 1200 and above. And if you are looking, 1250 and above. And if you're looking at ACT, it needs to be 25 and above. Because if you have the SAT score, scholarship becomes easier. We have 3 different scholarships, especially for international students. So the scholarship amount starts from anywhere between $3,000 up to 50% off on tuition. And all these 3 different scholarships are stackable. So if you get a 10, 20, and a 30%, each of the scholarships, we won't ask you to choose between the best. We will take all of these scholarships together and give you 50% off on tuition directly, provided you meet all the requirements. Now, the merit scholarship can be given to you directly if you meet the requirements. However, for the other 2, which is diversity and ambassador scholarship, you need to write a great scholarship essay. Along with that, you will also have an interview with our director of international enrollment. So you have to talk about, why you are good at what you do and why you want to study and what is your 5-year plan. It can be anything, we just want to know you. So when we go through your, scholarship essay, that's what we are looking at. What is your ambition? What do you really want to do? So what is your driving force to come to University of Kentucky to study at the College of Agriculture, Food and Environment, basically. Also advising, okay, I am so sorry. I think I got dropped. I'm just going to share my screen once again. Okay, if for some reason I'm unable to start my video, so it's just going to be, the audio. Yes, there we are. Okay, so the video is back again. All right. Okay, so yes, so I was talking about scholarships. So they are all stackable, but you have to have great academic GPA and SAT or an ACT score, along with a great scholarship essay. Advising faculties are really, really great. Be proactive, go and talk to them, tell them what do you want to pursue. If there's an external certificate program that you're looking at, if there's something that could help you with your interpersonal skills that you want to go into public speaking, or maybe you want to maybe learn about something with beverages. It can be everything and anything. Have an open chat with them, because they are the ones who will do the proper research, will come back to you and make sure that all of those things you do it in the next 4 years of academic years at at a university. Also, one-on-one faculty mentorship. So our faculties won't know you as number, like it's not a roll call. They'll know you by your name, so they know exactly what you're studying, they'll know what you're participating in, they know what kind of research you're going to be in. So it's a very one-on-one mentorship that goes on our campus. So even if you are not submitting your assignments, or you are not following any deadlines or timelines, they will catch hold of you. So they focus more on individual growth rather than just having you collective in a classroom and having a conversation with you. So for more information, so if you have any technical questions, since I have done psychology, I'm from the arts and science humanities, I wouldn't know all of the technical questions. If you have any, I would definitely request you to, go and, write an email to Mr. Wayne Centers. He's the one who will, connect with you, reply to all of your, minor questions as well in regards to any of the programs listed in the College of Agriculture, Food and Environment. Also, please remember to apply before December 1. It's always advisable for you to apply 6 months prior to your graduation date from high school. And we always say December 1. It's not only because of application admissions, but it's also because of scholarships. If you miss the scholarship deadline, you can get 3.5 GPA with a 1400 SAT score, and we still couldn't give you a scholarship. So I request you to please apply before December 1. So if you have any more questions, I would be happy to answer them. And let me just see in the comment section very quickly. Okay. Okay, I don't see questions right now. I'll just give it one more minute. Okay, so I don't see any questions coming in. I'm just going to stop sharing my screen for the moment. Well, in case if you have any questions going forward after this whole conversation, you can actually take a look at our website, both for College of Agriculture, Food and Environment, and also for our specific research that we are doing in regards to all the programs that we mentioned. And you can always connect with Wayne Centers. He's the best person to answer, within 48 hours if you email in anything in relation to the program or the college. Also, if you have any questions in regards to admissions or scholarships, you can mention that in the chat box. I will come back again to check it. So do feel free to either write to Wayne or put in the questions in the comment section. So I'm just going to give a quick glance on the comment section again to see if we have any questions. If we don't, think yes, we don't have any questions yet. Okay, all right. So, well, thank you so much. I'm actually taking this call from India. It's past midnight right now. So, I don't know which part of the world you all have logged in from, but wherever you are, please stay safe, please stay indoors. Even at University of Kentucky, we are taking all the precautionary measures in social distancing, in making sure that we are trying our very best to flatten the curve. So please stay safe, and we'll always connect via Facebook or an email. Thank you so much for logging in, and have a good day.